Hello, hello, and welcome. Welcome to Your Yoga Life, the YouTube channel for you, the person who wants to learn more about yoga, to practice yoga in easy going, gentle, small steps. So if you're yoga casual or yoga curious, or even if you're yoga experienced, this is going to be the channel for you. Live and unscripted. I have classes created. However, I definitely don't edit so that you can get that real experience of being with someone as you practice. So today's class is going to be a yin yoga class. It's going to be 3 poses that help to align your chakras. The chakras being energetic centers throughout the body, centered kind of along the spine. So we're going to focus on the 2 end points, the root chakra, Muladhara, at the bottom, the base of the spine, and then your crown chakra, which lies just at the top of the skull here. And then we're going to link the 2 together. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and get started. So for yin classes, we hold the poses for longer periods of time. So you want to make sure that you have support. In this particular case, I'm going to be using blocks and a blanket here. So for this first one, we're going to do toe squat. So curling, you can kneel upon a blanket like I am. Curling the toes under. And then if you want a little support here, it's good to have a block to sit back on. Make my adjustments here. You want to really get into a place where you can be in stillness. And this isn't going to be necessarily a super restful pose. You want to make sure your toes are tucked under. You're going to get sensation in the body. There's going to be things happening here. But we want to get into a place where we can observe those sensations, observe those changes, and then, but keep it from an observer's perspective, right? So once you come into this toe squat, you've got your support underneath your tailbone, directly connecting your root chakra right there. But also our root chakra is connected to the soles of our feet. So getting a nice opening of the soles of the feet is good here. We'll stay here for several breaths. So just close the eyes, take a nice long deep breath in, deep breath out. Keep breathing like that, allowing the body to settle down, to settle in. Following the air in and following the air out. Noticing how the air passes through the nostrils, down the throat, into the lungs. And when the lungs expand, it causes the abdominal area to expand as well, all the way down into the pelvic floor, into the base. And as you exhale, it reverses. The pelvic floor releases, the abdominals relax, the lungs empty, and all the air leaves through the nostrils. Just following the air in and following the air out. Feeling it travel all the way down and all the way back up. Just 3 more breaths. And gently take the hands forward, remove that block, unravel your toes nice and slow, and maybe tap them gently, the tops of the feet, onto the mat. It's a little counterbalance to that stillness, adding a little movement, and to that stiffness, adding a little looseness, right? Good, and then from here, we're going to sink the hips back over those feet. We're going to take the hands in front here and place the place the crown of the head right on our hands here. So this is rabbit pose. A lot of times with rabbit, we'll bring the hands behind us and put the crown of the head down. But in this case, we're just going to use our hands here, just putting them. So the crown of your head is 4 finger widths above your hairline. So you'll see 4 finger widths here. That little spot right there, that's where the crown of the head is. So that's where we put our hands. Good. Coming on into this pose, we'll stay here for several breaths. So once you've settled in, once again, start to breathe deeply, noticing how the back of the body, the back of the rib cage, is now the space that is being filled by the air that you are breathing. So as you inhale, feel how the air comes in and travels down the back of the body. And as you exhale, it comes all the way back up the back of the body and out. Just feel the air coming in and going out. Just following the air in, following the air out. If your mind begins to wander, just bring it back into the rhythm of the breath, into the pathway of the breath, and into the sensation of your hands on top of the crown of your head. Let's do 3 more breaths. Gently bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press yourself up. Taking the feet to one side or the other, we're going to make our way all the way onto the back. So take your time. Moving with intention. Move that aside. I don't need that today. Grab my other block. We're going to come into reclined butterfly, reclined bound angle pose. And again, we want to make sure we're really, really comfortable here. So lay on the back. You can put something underneath your head if you like. I am going to take this and roll the edge up to support my neck a little bit here. Yeah. With your blocks nearby, bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees open wide, and then bring your blocks or maybe some pillows or a bolster or something underneath the thighs or underneath the knees so that you're nice and supported here. Bring the arms to the sides. And here, once we settle into this pose, notice now that we have this alignment, almost like a planetary alignment, from the crown of the head all the way down the spine, including the heels to the toes. Soles of our feet are also aligned with our spine. So as we lay here in this reclined bound angle pose, and invite you to start to send the breath once again through the body. As you inhale, let it travel across the top of your body, the front of your body. From the top, the crown, moving all the way down over the forehead, the middle of the eyebrows, third eye, traveling over the face, over the bridge of the nose, over the lips, the chin, down into the pit of the throat for your throat chakra, down the front of the chest, the sternum, into the heart chakra. A little bit further down, just above the navel, into the solar plexus chakra. And then just a little below the navel into the sacral chakra, all the way down into the base of the body, root chakra. And then let that awareness travel up the back of the body. So moving from the base of the body into the back of the sacrum, sacral chakra. Moving up the spine to the small of the back, a little bit higher than the small of the back for your solar plexus chakra. A little bit higher just between the shoulder blades for heart chakra. Moving on up into the base of the neck where the throat chakra is. And then up to the base of the skull for third eye chakra. And then across the back of the skull up into the crown chakra again. Just feeling that connection, that circuit of energy. And as you inhale, let the mind travel down the front. As you exhale, the awareness travels up the back, making the circuit again and again. Breathing deeply. Exhaling completely. If your mind starts to wander away, just come back to this visualization of traveling down the front as you inhale, traveling up the back as you exhale. And then let that visualization go. Take a nice long deep breath in. And as you exhale, start to use your hands to help the knees together, removing the blocks or whatever support you've been using. Maybe do a little windshield wiper of the knees left and right, once again to counter that stillness and that opening. We allow a little mobility, closing. And then start to make your way into your Shavasana, whatever version works for you. Maybe putting a rolled up blanket underneath the knees if that feels nice. Once you've arrived in your restful space, take a nice long deep breath in. Let the exhale go through the mouth. Just let everything go. Allow this work that you've just done, this exploration of crown and root, let it settle in. Let those subtle energies flow as you breathe, letting your exhale take you deeper into yourself. And I'll guide you back in just a moment or two. So enjoy Shavasana. You can stay in Shavasana for as long as you like. When you're ready to come back, start by deepening your breath. Take a nice long deep breath in. Breathing out through the nose or through the mouth, whatever feels better. Inhaling again and feeling how that energy, that breath goes all the way down into the toes. Exhale. Everything livens up. Maybe wiggling your fingers, your toes. Maybe it feels nice to do a full body stretch here, reaching hands as far away from feet as possible. And slowly start to make your way up into an upright seated position. Take your time, move through fetal position on either side, it doesn't matter which. Using your hands to help lift you up. And when you make your way into the seated position, bring one foot in front of the other or cross your legs or bring one foot on top of the other. And you're welcome to sit up on a blanket or a bolster. Let the hands rest once again on the legs. Soften the gaze or close the eyes. And just take a moment to notice. Notice sensations. The top of the skull, the base of the spine, and all the beautiful parts in between. Notice your breath. Notice how you feel. Good. Let's go ahead and close this class by bringing the hands together over the heart. Take a nice long deep breath in through the nose. Let it go through the mouth. Thank you so much for sharing this practice with me today. From my heart to yours, peace. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I really appreciate that you watched this video today and that you took this time for yourself to feel a little more grounded and yet still connected to everything around you. If you enjoyed this practice, then be sure to come back to it each time you feel like you need to have that grounded connection. It's great to practice in the morning. Yin yoga is a great practice for morning when your body hasn't moved a whole lot. It's also really good if you spent all day sitting in stillness. Maybe you're driving, maybe you work at home, or maybe you work in an office and you use your computer all day long. This is a good practice to kind of bring energy back in and get things kind of like moving a little bit gently, right? So this is the part where I ask for your help. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. And here is where I remind you that this is YouTube. And so to support me here on YouTube, the things that you can do that are so very simple are like this video, subscribe to this channel. It'll let you know when new videos come up, which is really great. To make sure that you are more consistent in your yoga practice. It's one of the foundations of this program, this Your Yoga Life channel, is the idea of being able to get on your mat with more consistency. And lastly, share. Share this video with anyone you think might enjoy a practice of grounding and connecting. Using this idea of chakral centers of the root and the crown together to find balance, right? And I'll be back next week. I think next week we're doing some pranayama. So excited, so excited. So be sure to subscribe. And until next time, take really good care of yourself, okay? All right. Bye.